Tuloy na dinidinig sa Kamara ang umano'y pangingikil sa kumpanyang Inecon sa bidding para sa mga bagong MRT train.
Kabilang sa mga sumalang sa pagdinig ang nireview o nirelieve at nagbitiw na si MRT General Manager Al Vitangcol. Pakinggan po natin ang pagdinig.
Anak mo by affinity was awarded a maintenance contract. Hindi po ba? Nabasa po ba ninyo yan?
Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor. We already discussed that a few minutes back, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I was not here a few minutes back, so I have the privilege of asking again because I was in a meeting with the Senate President about the confirmation of appointments of certain cabinet members, so I could not be at two places at the same time. So will you indulge me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
As I have explained before the...
I don't care. This is my time.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you explain it during my time.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm
Okay.
explaining it, Your Honor. Mr. Chair, if you would allow me. The original joint venture agreement between PH Trams and ComBuilders was done with the intent to make an unsolicited proposal for them to have a maintenance services contract.
Dali, wala
with-
pa akong question. I have not made my question yet. Now, I'm asking you, did you read the newspaper item? That was my question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh.
I did.
Because before that, when all of these matters came out, I saw you on TV saying, I will not resign. Because that would be an admission of guilt. I will resign when this is finally cleared up. Yun ang sinabi niyo, di po ba?
Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor. I said that before, Your Honor.
And then, bakit nagbago po kahapon? Biglang nagulat ako nung evening news eh. Sabi dun sa TV Patrol, nasibak na kayo. But may clarification na parang tumawag kayo na hindi ka nasibak, nag-resign. So, yun tanong ko po, bakit biglang-biglang nag-U-turn po kayo? Lalo na ngayon, medyo mabigat po yung paratang ni Jarius Bondok na yung kapatid ng tatay ng misis mo, nakakuha ng bilyon na maintenance contract na sinasabi mo nagsisinungaling yung ambassador, alam niya dito Dito sa affidavit niya, sa page 3, number 3 at the bottom, binanggit niya dito, like as pointed out by Congressman Ridon, Mr. Vitangcol showed us that he had already prepared a new agreement. I think the agreement was meant to create a joint venture with a Filipino partner complying to the 60-40 rule for maintenance company. Sinabi po niya yun. Second paragraph, sinabi na naman niya, Mr. Husek was again asked if they agreed with what they discussed last night and with the joint venture agreement for a maintenance company. Binanggit na naman po niya. Sa next page, page 4, mark 4 at the bottom, yung first paragraph, binanggit na naman niya. On October 19, the agreement between MRT and Sumitomo expired without prolongation, and MRT/DOTC headquarters decided to give maintenance deal to a Filipino joint venture. Yun na nga yung binanggit nyo, CBNT and PH Trams. And then, nabanggit na naman niya dito, newly created joint venture company. Ito po ba yung umano ay pag-aari ng mga in-laws mo?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, it's not owned by my in-laws. And as stated in the column of Mr. Bondok in Philippine Star, it says there that Mr. Soriano was one of the incorporators. But that it does not mean that he owns the company.
Correct. Now I will reform. So, ito po ba yung kumpanya na yung in-laws mo ay incorporator?
Yes, Your Honor.
Napakaswerte rin nila. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng incorporator? Sa pagkaintindi mo sa batas.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, these are people who initially formed the corporation. So these are the incorporators.
Correct. And then, fortunately, sila yung nakakuha dito sa maintenance deal na umano'y bilyon ang halaga nito. Napakaswerte ng incorporator na yon. Maski hindi siya naging stockholder, binuo niya itong korporasyon na ito. Pagkatapos yung asawa ng pamangkin niya ang nagbigay ng kontrata na walang bidding, nakuha nila ng bilyon. Magkano naman kaya kinita ng incorporator para ipasa itong kanyang binuo na korporasyon para dito sa mga suswerteng nakakuha ng maintenance deal?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, the contract was bidded out by the Department of Transportation and Communications, and it was a public bidding. So it's not true that there was no bidding. And Your Honor, during the time that the bidding was conducted, Mr. Soriano is no longer a part of the joint venture because he divested middle of September prior to the award of the contract in October of 2012, Your Honor.
Yun ang mga tinatawag natin na kaliwaan o tawag ko kay Chief Justice palusot. Siyempre, para nga hindi ma-anti-graft, naghugas bago ilipat. Pero maski yung bulag, kakapain yun, makakapan niya na nagkakaliwaan dito, biglang nalipat. Para nga hindi ma-anti-graft. I would move, Mr. Chairman, that we look into this maintenance contract because actually yun ang binabanggit dito sa affidavit na sabi niya nagsisinungaling yung ambassador, pero yung ambassador sa last paragraph ng kanyang affidavit linagay niya rito in italics, I also declare that I am not an English language native speaker as I wrote this text in that language. Baka may lost in translation dito. Ang kanyang ino-object siguro talaga talagang amoy na amoy niya yung maintenance contract na yan. Hindi
Well,
lang
at this juncture, Mr. Chairman, I wish to express my second to the motion of Congressman Pariñas.
Thank you for the second.
Objection. Then we will look deeply into that. Although initially the chair made mention earlier that we have to stick to these two resolutions on the alleged extortion attempt of 30 million until and after a proper resolution is referred to the committee in connection with the so-called another possible offense, then that is the position personally of the chair. But if the members of the committee will agree by either a majority or unanimously that we will look into that in connection with these two resolutions, then we will do it. Yes, Congressman Tino.
Well, if I may offer my opinion on this, I believe that in the affidavit of Ambassador Richter, which constitutes the substance of the allegations of extortion, there are in fact two extortion attempts that are alleged. One is extortion in relation to the supply of coaches. So there was an alleged asking of payment of $30 million to get the supply coaches, and that was made on July 9. But on the next day, July 10, there was another extortion attempt, this time in relation to the supply contract, the maintenance contract. So
there is a motion duly seconded for the committee to look deeper into this so-called maintenance contract alleged questionable. Is there any objection to the motion? Duly seconded. There being none.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Just a comment, Mr. Chair. Again, a clarification from the chair. Now, we are talking here about two contracts, Mr. Chair. One is the contract to supply coaches, and secondly, the maintenance contract. So those are the subject of our inquiry right now, Mr. Chair.
No, the subject of our inquiry is the alleged 30 million extortion from SEC company relative to the bidding to supply coaches.
To supply coaches.
Yeah.
But that does not include, let's say, what Congressman Tino said, and also an alleged extortion attempt in connection with a maintenance contract.
Yeah, there is a motion.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
I think we have to proceed with the division of the House, considering that there is a motion, it has been duly seconded.
The point of order is recognized. Then we proceed. Is there any objection to the motion duly seconded? Congressman Pichay.
I've been hearing, but talking about maintenance, is it maintenance on the new coaches or is it maintenance on the old one? Because the Marubeni is supposed to be expiring.
Maintenance, I understand.
So if you're talking about the old contract, the old contract masyadong mataas. So when it expired, I think when it was renewed, the most important thing, bumaba yun. It went down. And the question I'm asking is, are you satisfied with the performance? So, kung bumaba yun, even the insurance went down by more than 50%. Nasabihin GSIS, but 80% of that is what we call micro-insurers private. But it went down from 200 million to less than 100 million. If they wanted to make money, they could make money on the insurance.
Anyway,
now, on the maintenance, bumaba rin yan. Now, we have to look at it that way. Hindi lang na dahil sa maintenance, but the maintenance went down. Now, the question is, were they able to maintain it properly or not? That is the question. It's not na there was an overprice.
But we'll seek clarification from the movement.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman Chair.
Congressman Fariñas, if I may. I think the motion of Congressman Fariñas is that if I understood it correctly, which was explained by Congressman Tino and which was seconded by Congressman Barsaga, is that we cannot separate the two issues. We cannot separate the extortion try para doon sa award ng coaches, hindi natin maihiwalay doon sa extortion try supposedly, allegedly, doon sa maintenance contract. Dahil pareho siyang nahandoon sa affidavit. At ang pinakamahalaga dito, Mr. Chairman, ay yung mga personalidad na binabanggit doon sa extortion try, doon sa pagbenta ng coaches, at yung mga personalidad na binabanggit at incorporator mismo ng kumpanya na binabanggit doon sa maintenance agreement ay parehong tao. So magkakonekta itong dalawang to.
Well said, we have to go now to the division of the House. There is a motion, duly seconded. Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is carried. We will now recognize Congressman Fariñas still.
I end my time until the next hearing, Mr. Chairman. And in this connection, may we move, because the good gentleman readily volunteered to give a copy of the supply contract. May we have a copy of that maintenance contract? Because doon nga niya tinawag na sinungaling yung ambassador. Pero yung ambassador, iba yata yung tinutukoy niya. Mayroon siyang ibang tinutukoy pa, which is the maintenance contract.
You have a copy of the maintenance contract,
Mr. Chair, can you make a clarification on that?
What?
When Congressman Ridon asked if there was a maintenance proposal from the Inicon Group, I said no. There was only a proposal for the supply of coaches. So when Congressman Ridon asked if the Czech ambassador was telling the truth when he said that they are proposing for maintenance, that's the time that I replied that he was lying, because there was no proposal on their part to do maintenance work, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Explanation is noted, Congressman. Of course, you are true with your questioning, Congressman Fariñas.
Mr. May I just note for the record, in response to the statement of Attorney Vitangcol, that in the affidavit of Ambassador Richter, on the it's marked page 2, in the last, in the second to the last yes, it's marked page 2. The ambassador says that at the dinner on July 9 in Carpaccio restaurant, attended by Mr. Husek, Mr. Halun, Marali, Bitangkol, etc., and the ambassador, let me quote, the discussion at the dinner was more social than business. Inicon representatives tried to present their products to offer the new coaches as well as the refurbishment of the old MRT-3 fleet, and suggested to provide maintenance for the MRT-3 line. So at least according to the ambassador, Mr. Chair, on July 9, the Inicon itself expressed their interest in the maintenance contract as well. Let me just note that for the record, Mr. Chair.
Noted, although the MRT manager made mention also of that, it made an explanation and clarification. We go back to the second round. Okay. We have Congressman Pichay, your turn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just like to ask the Secretary. I understand in the newspaper that there was an administrative investigation regarding the 30 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the finding? What's the finding?
Well, the finding was we had no basis to file a administrative case, mainly because it was a really challenging investigation. First, there was no complainant. Only Mr. Vitangcol was a government employee. The rest were private individuals. We invited the private individuals. They opted not to participate. We have no summoning powers, neither do we have subpoena powers. There was one private individual who gave their statement. At the end of the day, the ambassador himself did not want to participate in our investigation. So there wasn't enough evidence, facts to file an admin case, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, since everybody was given a chance and nobody came over, and I have known the Secretary during the 14th and 15th Congress, so if that is his finding to my mind, that is good enough for me. So I have my trust and confidence on the Secretary, because they are more in a position to conduct the investigation than what we have here, because they have the back. You have the back, right?
Yes, sir.
Nasa inyo yun. And it's not even under Vitangcol. The back is under DOTC.
Yes,
and
Your
then
Honor.
if the back award, what can he do? Like, for example, on the service contract, maintenance contract. If you awarded it, even if it's his father, what can he do when he is just with the MRT3? Because I have worked with Attorney Vitangcol when during the 14th and 15th Congress, I've been looking for the asset of MRT3 because we have been saying that it is equity rental. So I was saying, how much is the equity? So that we could determine, are we paying more or are we paying less? So his team went to my office and we were able to discover that it's still maintained by the private sector. But they write it off in their books. And it's more than 45 billion pesos. And if you're going to calculate it, the rate that we're paying is supposed to be, I would say, a little over as far as I'm concerned. But the bad thing about it is that including everything is to be paid by the government. Even the taxes that's due them is to be reimbursed part of the subsidy. But that is not the fault of Attorney Vitangcol. That is the contract, the old contract that we have.
Mga kapuso, nagpapatuloy po ang pagdinig ng House Committee on Public Order and Accountability tungkol sa umano'y pangingikil sa kumpanyang Iniconata. Sabi nga po ni dating MRT General Manager Al Vitangcol na nirelieve at nagbitiw na nga po kahapon, hindi naman daw pagmamayari ng Philippine Trams, hindi ito pag-aari ng kanyang mga in-laws. Yan po ang sinabi niya. Pero sinabi nga niya na isa sa mga incorporator ay kapatid ng tatay ng asawa niya. Pero kasabay nito, hiniling niya Congressman Fariñas na isailalim na rin sa mas masusing investigasyon ang kontrata ng Philippine Trams. Sila po ay ang may maintenance contract sa MRT. At sa ngayon ay patuloy naman po ang pagtatanong ni Congressman Pichay kay DOTC Secretary Abaya. At ipagpapatuloy po natin ang pagdinig mamaya at sisilipin natin at aalamin natin ang iba pang updates mula dyan mamaya.